Hello, my name is Dr. R.L. Davis, and this is the Ripple Effect.
Whether it be a pebble, a stone, or a boulder, we're going to get together and talk about it. Yes, sir. So who is Cassidy to P. Diddy again?
Cassidy was one of his women.
One of his women. Okay,
Right.
So it's not like...
She was the one that replaced the girl that was there before her. I can't think of her name. But she says, I'll listen to her talk, I can't think of her name. The girl that she replaced, she said, I gotta think of her name. She said that P. Diddy used to abuse her and Cassidy used to watch and make fun of her when it happened. That's what she said.
Karma's crazy.
Yeah, karma's crazy. That P. Diddy used to belittle her and talk bad of her, and she used to instigate it because she couldn't wait till it was her turn to be the top woman. So she's the top woman now.
Okay, y'all, I'm gonna need everybody who said that Cassie lied or exaggerated what was happening to her when she was with Diddy to start apologizing ASAP. Cause what in the universe was that hotel footage? And as if that wasn't bad enough, what do you mean Diddy forced Kim Porter to taste Cassie's tampon? And Cassie even participated and giggled when she watched how Kim was being treated by Diddy? OMG, y'all. What I can say is that so much of what has been said before about conversations Cassie had with Kim is actually beginning to add up.
I will advocate for you. Because, see, I know something that a lot of people don't know. I know that you and Kim Porter had a sit down right before she left us.
And before we even get further, is Carisha safe? Because there's a clear pattern here and it's not looking good. Baby, I knew Diddy's son should never have released that diss track clowning the feds, because now people are also saying that the feds are leaking what they found to teach the entire family a lesson. Personally, I'm here for all the leaking and tea spilling. Anywho, after new footage surfaced of Diddy mistreating Cassie, one of Kim Porter's alleged friends, Cola Booth, spoke out, saying what she has apparently been saying for like 2 decades, that Kim was unalived by Diddy. This is what Cola said. This Diddy thing is not a surprise, but it makes me remember the horrible way he treated my friend, Kim Porter, and how I've always silently held him responsible for her young death. Hashtag RIP Kim. In one of her many recent posts, Kim also notes that rich black women don't suddenly die from pneumonia at age 47 with no family around to protect them, locked away from the world instead of receiving medical care at a hospital. I mean, she's making a lot of sense, but the things she also said about Cassie being complicit in what was happening to Kim had me at the edge of my seat, y'all. Cola specifically said that Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face and laughed at how Diddy was treating Kim, saying that ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cola said that she does feel bad for how Cassie was being treated by Diddy, but still, she remembers when Cassie allowed herself to be used racially against Kim as Diddy humiliated her for years. Then she said, y'all have always hated me for talking real about these men, but they deserve it. What y'all saw in the video of Diddy roughing Cassie was nothing. We'll never forget the time he tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's tampon. Ew, that is super disgusting. What do you mean Diddy tried to make Kim lick Cassie's tampon? And it gets even worse because Cola even goes on to narrate how one time at 4 a.m, Diddy brought Cassie, who was basically a teenager, into his bedroom where Kim was sleeping and woke Kim up and told her to get out of the bed so Cassie could get in. Basically, what Cola was saying was that Kim was treated badly for years and Cassie giggled about it until she became Kim later on. Okay, some of y'all are also saying that you don't know if Cola is believable and that there are a bunch of questions about her, like did she ever spill her and Bin Laden's tea? Since when was she even Kim's friend? But it's important to note that Cola Booth explained her relationship with Kim, saying they apparently had dinner once and spoke on the phone a couple of times, and she believes everything Kim told her when they spoke. So for those who are saying that she wasn't even close to Kim, Cola is not claiming that they were besties. She's simply saying that in the conversations she had with Kim, she disclosed all of those things to her. Child, I know there have also been conversations about how Cassie betrayed Kim and how she was complicit. But let's not forget that we are talking about someone who was in her teens in the company of an older, very rich and powerful man. I mean, have we all watched the same video that was released by CNN? The footage, compiled from multiple camera angles dated March 5th, 2016, appears to show Diddy and Cassie at a now closed Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles.
You know, I think a telling thing about when someone's doing something real bad is they trying to do something good to cover it up. Like, P. Diddy had this album he was working on, I think it was called One Love. I don't think it ever came out. but he had all these artists on there, and it was all about love and positivity. And it was, I think it was the last post still on his Instagram page is talking about that album. He had Usher on there. He had, I think he was trying to get T-Pain on there. He had all types of people on the album. And it never came out, but.
So you saying he was trying to make amends? He was trying to buy his way into heaven with a positive.
They always doing something. It's always something good when you're doing. You only see people trying to show. You only see people that rich and famous and successful trying to show something really, really good that they're doing randomly when they're doing something really, really bad.
To show Diddy and Cassie at a now closed Intercontinental Hotel in Century City, Los Angeles. In the video, you can see how Cassie exits a hotel room and walks to a bank of elevators. Then Diddy, holding a towel around his waist, runs down a hall after her, and he grabs her by the back of the neck and throws her to the floor, then turns to kick her. Now, when Cassie is still on the floor, Diddy retrieves a purse and suitcase from the floor near the elevators, and then he turns around and kicks Cassie again as she lies motionless on the floor. About after 4 seconds, he then briefly drags Cassie by her sweatshirt toward a room before walking away. Baby, I couldn't even believe what was happening there, because as Cassie was trying to gather things from the floor after struggling to wake up, she moves to pick up a phone on the hallway wall near the elevators. Then Diddy, still in a towel and socks, returned, and a mirror directly across from the security cameras showed him literally shoving Cassie. Seconds later, he sits down on a chair, grabs an object off a table, and forcefully throws it toward Cassie. I mean, come on, it's just intense. Y'all, I'm not sure I've seen anything else nastier since this entire Diddy drama began. But if you recall, Cassie actually mentioned the incident in her lawsuit when she said that around March 2016, Diddy became extremely intoxicated and punched her in the face, giving her a black eye. It's the same incident she said that after Diddy fell asleep, she attempted to leave the hotel room, but he woke up and followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her, as evidenced in the video. What Cassie also mentioned in her lawsuit is that Diddy grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. She also said that she took a cab to her apartment, but upon realizing that her running away would cause Diddy to become even more angry with her and completely stuck in this vicious cycle, she returned to the hotel with the intention of apologizing for running away from Diddy. But when she returned, hotel security staff urged her to get back into a cab and go to her apartment, suggesting that they had seen the security footage showing Diddy roughing her up and throwing glass at her in the hotel hallway. The lawsuit also said that Diddy paid the Intercontinental in Century City $50,000 for the hallway security footage, but clearly they never got rid of it. Well, as soon as the video started making rounds, Cassie's attorney, Douglas H. Wigdor, released a statement saying, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Ms. Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light." On the other hand, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office also issued a statement on the surveillance video saying, "We are aware of the video that has been circulating online. We find the images extremely disturbing and difficult to watch." The statement also continued, "If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would not be able to charge, as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of this nature can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not presented a case related to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs." I know, it's crazy that he cannot be charged, but I'm guessing whoever leaked this footage knew and just decided that Diddy should be judged by the public. And when I tell y'all that people have been going at him mercilessly since that footage was released, child, it's been nasty. But there's still that conversation about whether Cassie was complicit in how Diddy treated Kim. See, the thing is, Cassie must have started out thinking that she was special and that she would not be treated the way that she watched Diddy treat Kim Porter. But tables turned on her, and Diddy started to treat her the way he was treating Kim. But this cycle has also led to even more questions, like, does that mean that Young Miami also went through the same thing? Remember how Carisha was lashing out at people who were blasting her about not learning from what happened to Cassie, and how she seemingly clowned Cassie? I don't know about y'all, but I see a clear pattern here. Anyway, this entire development also has some people saying that Cassie and Young Miami are both gold diggers who deserve what happened to them. I know it's harsh, especially considering everything that they may have gone through, but what do you think? Is it fair to say that they deserve it? And what are your thoughts on Cola saying that Cassie watched as Kim was being mistreated, thinking it would not happen to her? Did the same exact thing happen with Carisha? Drop those thoughts in the comments section below. Also, this might be a good time to drop something that Jaguar Wright said to jog your mind a little more.
And I know Kim had some very good advice to give you. And I believe that this is why things are happening as they're happening now. Kim was smart, wasn't she, Cassie? Kept you alive and kept you safe. I will advocate for you.
You know, that's an interesting thing you're saying.
Like when they come, if it's people that are high up like that and they do good stuff, they always doing good stuff, and you always see it.
Like
or they're doing good stuff all the time in the shadows, and someone else brings it up because
like King James.
King James,
yeah, the basketball player,
LeBron James,
right?
People saying LeBron James was a little too buddy with P. Diddy.
Yeah, but still, he's always doing good stuff regardless.
Yeah,
it's part of his character.
Kevin Hart too.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. You got quite a few of them that's always doing good stuff. But the ones that never do good stuff, when you're saying like all of a sudden they want to do something good,
yeah,
you're saying they're trying to cast out some demons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely what it is.
So Cassidy now is seen as a victim to so many people in the world, and pretty much the whole world turned against P. Diddy over this woman. What's your take on that?
I think Cassidy's karma's already came to her when she got beat. Cassidy's karma for whatever bad she was doing before that happened when she got beat.
Well, Cassidy was definitely an opportunist. They also said that Cassidy was engaged to someone else. She left her fiance because P. Diddy came to the studio and met them at the studio. And
ain't that something crazy? I hate that rappers do that.
She met P. Diddy, and then P. Diddy, I guess, on the side hit on her. She left the relationship where a man had taken care of her for years to be with P. Diddy. Just left him high and dry. And
then she got beat. That's karma. I'm not saying that she deserved to get beat. By any means did she deserve to get beat. But when you do something bad, bad comes to you.
Okay, Corey Holcomb.
Okay. Okay.
You know, you got that Corey Holcomb vibe, like, you know, Corey is all about reciprocity. You do something gonna come back and get you.
Yeah.
You know, he don't believe because you're a male or a female that you're exempt from it. And especially if you're a female, don't try to use your tears to get out of trouble when you didn't try to help others when they were in trouble. You know, sometimes some people think Corey Holcomb is too hard, but the reality is Corey Holcomb has seen a side of life that many of us don't like to tell the truth about, and I think he tells the story kind of down and dirty. You know, some people see me watching him sometimes. Like, how can you watch him?
I don't know too much about Corey Holcomb, so
no,
I can't even speak on this. Shout out to Corey Holcomb.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's like the comedic Kevin. What's that guy name?
Hart.
No, the one that used to have the show. They were always talking harsh to women about their issues.
Kevin.
It's not Smiles. It's Kevin. What's his name?
Are you talking about the glasses dude?
Right.
Dude with the glasses? I know who you're talking about. But he would be like, you 5'2", 180 pounds. What high class man wants you?
Right.
I know who you talking. Kevin Samuels, I think.
Yeah, Kevin Samuels. He's like the comedic Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels was hard on dudes too. They always try to write it as Kevin Samuels was only hard on women.
I understand that because the feminists was hard on Kevin.
They were the ones saying that Kevin was only talking about women.
They dance on his grave now. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Talk so bad about him.
It's disgusting. He was like that. You know, he turned into that because he found out he had cancer, and he was like, I don't want to be fake with people anymore for the rest of my life. Right. And cancer is what killed him. But when he found out he had it, he was like, I'm not being fake no more. I'm going to be real with you. And when I help people, I'm going to be real with them. Right. And he had a dude on there. He was like, You talking about getting girls. You got 3 kids, no job, no car, no house. You need to get your priorities straight. You don't deserve no women. You don't deserve a single woman. And you talking about trying to get a girlfriend. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. So how you want to end this P. Diddy conversation?
I want to end it by moving on to another person that has been pretty big lately, because it kind of relates to P. Diddy to me. Because P. Diddy's also, people have stipulation that P. Diddy's in some human trafficking stuff.
Right.
And possibly some pedophilia stuff. Possibly. I don't know how much they talked about P. Diddy with pedophilia, but I've heard things about it.
Yeah.
Another person who's being accused of some pretty nasty things. Aubrey Drake Graham.
Right.